Well, hello, my friend. We want to talk about prayer today. You know, I was looking at what are people doing out there? I don't know where everybody is. They're off looking at investments and whatever weird stuff, and I don't watch the news, but I want to ask you something. Do you pray? And what do you think about prayer? And why do you think, when I looked up the trends on YouTube, prayer was way up here? I thought it'd be ascension, awakening, spirituality. Prayer was way up here. What's that? We're all looking for a prayer to be answered. And they all can be answered. I want to present something to you today about prayers that can maybe bring great relief to you and an understanding of what it is and what's happening and working for you and the entire planet right now. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through the fears, live an amazing life. My mentorship training is being prepared as of this video, but today we're going to talk about one simple thing that you can understand today, that you can use. Why are people so interested in prayer? Prayer is something that we place in the universal consciousness as a request. When do we pray? When something's going wrong. I never pray and say, oh, thank you, can you bring more health and wealth? No, you don't, right? Do you? No? I pray for other people. I pray for people to heal. I pray for certain situations. We all do it. A prayer is a request. We request things when we ask for additional assistance. I'm going to tell you a couple things about prayer. Number one, everything is possible right now at every moment. Every probability exists at every moment. Every miracle is available at every moment. A prayer is, if used in the most powerful way, is not something that you request from something out there. An effective prayer is something you see and hear for the thing that you desire. Did you get that? Let's say that again. The most effective prayers are not when I believe that there's a problem or a request that I desire that I'm shipping out there to be solved. A prayer that's going to manifest right now, right, is the one where I see the desired situation here, and I request it within the quantum field as something that I know exists that we request to shift into. A prayer for somebody else must be received and desired by that person. This is why sometimes we can't heal other people. Christ couldn't heal everybody. Why is that? All things are possible. We cannot know another's journey. So if somebody came here and they're ready to go, they're going to go. We see that as a problem. It's wrong. Why? Are you kidding? They're in amazing space right now. All those of you who've lost loved ones, you know, my parents both died, and my brother, my cousin, and my dog, and my cat, all within like a short period of time. Boom, 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 boom. They exited. Sadness. Yes, there's sadness connected to that. But they're not gone. They're in an amazing place. Illness. Illness has some great teachings within it. Illness is also a signal to you that something is not in alignment. It is always a message. The universe is always speaking to you, and you are always speaking to it. In other words, you and it are one. So illnesses are generally a reflection of something about our life. In other words, how we're treating our planet. So if we're eating chemicals and we have children getting cancer, That's a blatant message. All right? So I want you to understand everything has a purpose. It's neither good nor bad. This is a tough one. How can it be neither good nor bad? What about the children that, we get all these stories. It's horrible. All right? It's part of the experience. We came here to change so much of that, most of it. And those participants in that are here to help raise the frequency and to change it, but not on their own. So our prayers and our actions can change those amazingly horrible things that go on this planet. This is why some people have come here as volunteers. If you've watched Dolores Cannon, she talks about the 3 waves of volunteers. I actually don't believe there are 3 waves. I think there's just a flow of volunteers coming in according to whatever is going on here. We have raised the frequency. A lot of the predictions that you've heard about have not come to pass. That's not because those people that predicted didn't know their stuff. It's because they were warning us of what could happen, and we made decisions to change it. All right, and we shoot a video on that. So what's prayer? Prayer is when we do desire something. We do desire healing. We do desire abundance or awakening or a beautiful relationship or something to shift. Now remember, if your prayer is infringing on free will, then the outcome is going to be a collective of whatever that person's journey was, what they're learning from that. Maybe they're not supposed to heal. Maybe they're not supposed to do certain things. Maybe they're your best teacher. That person that tortures you all the time at work could be your best teacher. It's not about them. I pray that they stop being a jackass. How about you stop allowing that to bother you? My friend who didn't know what to do about the vaccine, take her down. Why do you have to have a discussion about it? And the discussion that she dealt with was, well, there's pressure. I said, there's no such thing. There's no pressure. You have to believe that. You could sit and talk to the hand, talk to me all day about something, and if I don't believe it myself, there's no pressure. It doesn't bother me. My blood pressure doesn't even go up. Why would it? It's your opinion. It's your opinion and your reality. I don't have to judge it either way. It's neither good nor bad. So a prayer, if you want to be really effective, should be to contribute to a higher frequency within whatever the situation is. A request, a genuinely heartfelt request for that, and to know that that scenario does exist and to see it perfect. So if you've seen the experiments, Greg Braden did this. He filmed some people in a Chinese hospital that they were healers. A woman had an inoperable, I think it was a tumor in her bladder, and they put the scanner on so that they could actually see into her body and see what that was, and could see it, and within 3 minutes they started to heal it. And when they were questioned about what they were doing, they're healing this illness, that's not what they were doing. They were seeing her as perfect. They didn't see the illness. They recognized it. They didn't fight it or battle it. Get rid of it, get rid of it. No, that is not the approach of prayer and healing or anything else. It's to see it perfect. So when you see something perfect, you recognize the current state. You can't pay your bills. You recognize you can't pay your bills, but you see yourself paying your bills. You see the abundance and the flourishing. Whoopsie, lost my battery. So most of us, we don't like the situation. And so we're battling it, struggling against it, praying for something different, and we're still going into a negative space of desperation and lack. Lack meaning I don't have what I want. Please save this person, when we are actually the participants in the healing itself. So when you speak to something separate from yourself, you're not acknowledging that you have free will along with the person you might be praying for. Does that make sense? So the power of prayer is to acknowledge a certain situation and to then decide that you're going to shift into the other probability that's more desirable to you. what we want to do within this prayer is to acknowledge why the certain situation is the way it is. Because if we're not learning, like if you're broke and you're praying for win the lottery and you're not changing who and what you are, it can't possibly happen, and you're totally in control, and you say prayer doesn't work, and it absolutely does work. Prayer is just the blatant request for a specific change. The prayer has to go in here, because without this belief, desire, and desire to change the situation or the behavior or whatever it is you're doing to make that happen, it would go against free will. So the universe will never grant anything that you are not in alignment with, all right? Again, this is why Christ couldn't heal everybody. They had to be in alignment with it. They had their own purpose, their own journey. Maybe they were supposed to leave the planet or supposed to experience illness. So I hope this is clear for you, because the power of prayer comes with you not feeling like you're out of control with what the situation is. In fact, the power of prayer is that I'm ready for this, and now it exists, and I'm thankful, and my prayer is to bring in the reinforcements to facilitate this. All right? I know it exists. My friend is healed, or my abundance flows. And so now my prayer is to accelerate this, or to bring in the right people, or whatever it is, to make this or manifest this in the current moment, shift into that reality. So a prayer is just an open request, and a lot of times prayer becomes most effective because we let go. Prayer is something that we go to a lot of times when we're desperate. And what do we do when we're desperate? We're just like, I'm so done. I am so done. Nothing I'm doing works. Here, Jesus, take the wheel, right? And then, whoop, it happened. Oh, that prayer worked. No, you let go and manifested that which you could have done anyways, right? The universe is always working with you. What's the universe? The one. One. It's through everything. It's you. It's the sun. It's the, lamp. It's the floor. It's the plant. It's the animal. It's the one energy in multiple expressions, endless expressions. And therefore, you hold that power within you to collaborate with whatever else is out there to shift in and out of whatever you want to manifest, whatever reality you want to create. The power of prayer has to come from an absolute letting go. The letting go, too, is usually letting go of the blocks and barriers, that I can't have that, or the anger that creates the cancer, or not accepting, your situation, or blaming your parents, and, you wonder why you have back problems your whole life, or not going into a profession that you really want and getting rid of that knee or hip pain or foot pain, like I did. I had foot pain. I had a spontaneous healing, mind-blowing one. And so what was that? I had to let go. Those were all signs. So don't ignore the signs. Prayer works when we are looking at the situation, why it's there, what purpose could the situation hold. I recognize that I don't want to battle and struggle it. Please. I just say, okay, I'm open. I'm open. Whatever decision my ego has been trying to make, not working, I'm going to let go of the anger. I'm going to let go of all the things. I let go of it. I let it go. Not I will. I release it. I'm ready to have clarity. I'm ready to receive all these things. And I absolutely now manifest that which I desire, because I have learned those lessons and I am now that new person. Somebody else, they have to know it can be done. So many people you hear go into these, NDEs, these near-death experiences. They've been hanging on to stuff, or they have a purpose, which is why they come back. They're not done with their purpose. But so many of them, have the ones that had illnesses or whatever, had a lot of stuff going on that they were hanging on to, and got spontaneously healed when they came back. Why? They let it go. They understood it. It was presented to them. They let it go. You don't have to die to get those answers. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you come to the monthly Miracle Circle membership, we actually go step by step through the Master Key system with my trainings, and I take you through every tiny little step, and we master each key before we go to the next, because what we do is we do the prayers and we don't understand what's behind them. So I teach you what's behind everything. I teach you what's behind the manifesting, why it's not working when you think it should, why the affirmations work here and then they don't work here, and what's behind all this. So we have to master it, and I take you baby steps through this for an entire month, and then month after month after month, and we take you down this pathway of mastering, and you don't go to the next place. And that is, what is prayer? Is that knowing, seeing the health, seeing the wealth, understanding what the other situation was, releasing it. The prayer is the request. You have to be that which you desire. And understanding if there's something that you must learn and master, do it. Do it. This is the master classroom you're in. You guys, I am going to launch, I am actually in the process of launching Digital Explorers. This is very exciting. I'm taking all of our spiritual teachings, and I'm also using my business training. We're putting them together. Highly spiritual people who want to make and control their own life choices. And of course, there's going to be great self-value and purpose and meaning behind it. All good for the planet, for you. Some of it's going to involve travel. Some of it's going to involve, all of it's going to involve doing things that you feel really good about, and mostly just understanding that, if you want things in your life, you can pray all you want, but if you desire to control your career, your income, whatever, you can't hand that power over to somebody else. You have to build your own foundations. That means there's going to be some work to do. Well, how much fun would that be to work in something that you really love and know that even though it's sort of a pain to build websites or whatever, you don't even have to do that, by the way. But, when you do that and you feel like, now I get to say where I work, when I work, and what I present to the world, or whatever it is I'm going to do with this knowledge and information. That's why so many extremely wealthy people, control so much of the planet. They did all the work and they built the foundation, and then we come in and we live in the building, and then, we get kicked out sometimes. It's like, I don't own the building. They did all the work. They built the foundations. Come on over and build a foundation. We'll show you how to do it. Online businesses are raging. They're going to continue to grow. This is a way of life for us now. And Digital Explorers is going to be a lot of training for you there. But this is the training system that you can start with right now that'll help you build that highly spiritual group. This is not my business. This is the training that I took, and I'm actually one of the trainers over there now. Come on over, click. This is a free workshop series. You get videos that tell you, here's the different ways that you will get trained to earn money online. And the first thing they do is like, how do you want to live your life? You're in control of this, only if you choose. You can hand that away too, and that would be true. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Manifest Anything free workshop series. Go down in the description, sign up. I give you videos every week and specials. You'll get all kinds of really cool deals. Those of you, as of this video, who are joining the monthly Miracle Circle monthly membership, if you're a founding member, you get a super, super, super cheapy deal. And you'll be a founding member. You'll get to use a specific code I'm going to give you to maintain that really great rate. Training, masterclass, meditation. Come on. I'll help you build the foundations of an amazing life. Sending you blessings, my friend. Unconditional love. Namaste.